Yep. This is me forgetting to hit the right button. Yep. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. I'll wait a couple minutes here. Considering I literally just hit the go live, start streaming button. And I was supposed to hit it like 3 minutes ago. You know, before the intro, not after it. It's like, oh, why isn't that telling me excellent condition in the studio? Because you weren't streaming, dumbass. Anyway, while I wait for a couple of you to join me, I'm going to sit here and continue going through the perks. I have a bunch favorited. I want to favorite all the ones that I want, and then we'll go through the list and figure out which ones I won't be able to take. So that's the idea. So I was down here. No. Yeah, I was down here. Stalker. Yeah, 200% sneak attack damage. Heck yeah. Mr. Russ, how are you? Yeah, so let's add Stalker. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm already over what I can actually take. That's all right. Light step. Walk over traps and mines will never set them off. Yeah, that one sounds like a good one too. I don't see me bumping my speech skill up very much, so something like Space Ranger really not gonna help much. Russ, how we doing tonight, buddy? Greaser, yeah, these are all speech skills. Yeah. It's nice that they give kind of like an icon as to what it's associated with. I am doing as well. I just really wanted to play more Outer Worlds 2. Didn't want to start a new character because then I would be exploring things. I'd forget what I had explored, what I hadn't explored. Get into all that mess. But I really wanted to play the game some more, so I'm like, screw it. On Saturday, I made the decision to go ahead and stream tonight. Instead of just streaming once a week, we'll stream twice a week. So yeah, I started this process earlier, and I think that I've gotten everything that I want. Because there are so many perks here for me to sit here and read through each of these while we're live. Just it doesn't make sense. But going through the ones that I picked, that I favorited, that makes a whole lot more sense. So I'm thinking like stealth assassin. Okay, so not just a sniper, but just quiet and deadly. And we can do that. Oh my god, can we do that? Looking at some of the stats for some of these perks. See, some of these are so good, like through the keyhole. Plus 50% weapon range. That's awesome. But I know that there are much more important things for me to take them through than that. Bag check is another one. You know, plus 5 crit chance. That's cool. All right. See, and I didn't take a lot of utility ones, like Scrapper here. Auto Mechanicals always drop some additional crafting materials. That would be a great one to have because I plan on doing crafting and making mods and making weapons and stuff like that. But it just doesn't make sense when there are so many other good perks. Okay, so let's go through the 16 that I have, and we need to eliminate 2 of them. Why 2 of them? Because you only get a perk every other level, and we already got our first perk. So we go up to level 30, which means that we will get 15 perks total. We already have 1, means we only got 14 left to get. And some of these are very late game, like Lucky Strikes. Requires guns, the gun skill to be at 20. And requires 11 or more total perks purchased. So this is very much a late game. But look at that, plus 100% critical damage. Deals 20% of nearby hostiles' health in damage on killing with a critical hit. And then we've got stuff that gives us more crit chance, right? So here's our crit damage, and then we've got stuff up here that gives us more crit chance. Like Trophy Hunter here gives us plus 5% crit chance, 15% additional crit chance against strong enemies or bosses. So that would give us 20 additional crit chance, or 20%. And the Tinkerer sounds like utility one, but it's plus 10% damage with modded weapons. I plan on modding every weapon that I'm using. So an additional 10% damage across the board seems like an easy one for having 5 points of engineering. Crabble Rancher. 10% range damage, 20% crit chance. Fantastic. That we could take right now. Well, no, we have to buy 1 more perk to do that. Trick Shot. Weak spot kills ricochet, dealing damage to a second nearby target. So now we're hitting 2 people, 1 bullet. Gunrunner. Minus 50% ranged weapon spread, movement penalty to accuracy minus 50%. That's fantastic because I know that there is a suppressed shotgun that we're going to be using in this game as part of the stealth part of the assassin. It'll probably end up being our primary gun. We're going to be running like a shotgun and like a sniper rifle. So close range, long range. And this works for the shotguns. Suppressionist. Minus 75% firing noise. Okay, pistols gain increased sneak attack damage and are quieter. Guns of any type with silencers make no noise whatsoever. And it gives us 100% additional sneak attack damage. That's fantastic. We already talked about Lucky Strikes. A restricted access. You gain access to the restricted inventory of vending machines. That's a utility one. Is it going to cost us a bunch, just 1 point in hack, which we already have, and we can get that done. Bits transfer. Bounty terminals now have an option to immediately cash out bits by hacking into bank accounts. Once an account is drained, you'll need to earn 7,200 experience points to access the accounts again. So that's probably one that we're going to end up getting rid of, right? Because everything else is that good. A Keen Observer. Plus, excuse me, plus 25% weak point damage. That's fantastic. Assassin. After scoring a kill from stealth, your movement speed is dramatically increased for a short time. Now, I'm not really worried about movement speed, but I know that assassin is a requirement for stalker. which gives us you gain increased sneak attack damage against hostiles that are investigating you, a distraction device, or a corpse you've left behind. And that sneak attack damage is plus 200%. That's worth it to take Assassin, which gives us a good benefit, right? Early on. Stalker, 5 points of sneak and the Assassin perk. And now we're doing 200% sneak attack damage. Mr. Alhoon, how we doing, buddy? And then the last one, Light Step. Walking over traps and mines will never set them off, which I can see coming in very, very handy. So let's go ahead and get rid of bit transfer. I think that's one of the ones that we'll end up getting rid of. I mean, it'd be great to have more bits, but this is making us focus a lot more on our character, which I'm totally fine with. All right, one more we have to get rid of. Trying to record some more repo after I accidentally deleted. Oh no! Oh, Alhoon, I've been there, buddy. Oh my God, I've been there. I've deleted my own stuff, and I went on like a 6-hour recording binge. Each episode was a half hour, right? So I had 12 episodes all recorded, and my hard drive gave out. So I've done my own fault and accidental, and I've lost massive amounts of footage at the same time. So I've been there, buddy. Oh God, that's horrible. Hi, Miss Denise. I am doing well. I'm really having a hard time right now because I have to get rid of one of these favorite perks. But they're also good. And the reason why I'm keeping point blank artist and sharpshooter, essentially they're the same thing, right? Plus 100% sneak attack damage, plus 30% damage with near enemies, minus 15% damage to far enemies. Sharpshooter is the exact same, except it's increased damage to far enemies, less damage to near enemies, but 100% additional sneak attack damage. So one for my sniper rifle, one for my shotgun. Oh yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing that makes a grown man cry. Especially when the hard drive fails. I mean, when I do it myself, I can't cry over my own stupidity. But when the hard drive fails, oh, that is just heartbreaking. Because it wasn't just those 12 episodes that were on that hard drive. It was years of game footage that I had recorded. Meticulously saved in file folders and all documented. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Losing save game files, same sort of thing. All right. So, yeah, I definitely want both point blank artist and sharpshooter. Tinkerer. I may just have to get rid of Tinkerer. Additional damage is nice. But I don't plan on maxing out engineering. So I'm not taking advantage of half of this perk. They increase by 2.5% per engineering skill point. And Trophy Hunter gives me additional crit chance, and then the additional crit chance for strong enemies and bosses. And especially when I'm when I'm sniping, hitting weak point and getting crit on top of that, oh, that's going to be devastating. So I'm thinking, do I need Gunrunner for anything else? I don't think I do. Because the movement penalty and ranged weapon spread would be nice. All right, Denise. Yes, definitely let us know what's going on with Dalton when you find out. Yep, don't need it there. Don't need it there, don't need it there. That's Crabble Rancher, which gives a range damage, plus 10% range damage, plus 20% crit chance. Oh, the amount of weak spot damage we're going to do is just redunculous. Guns and sneak. Nope. We don't need Gunrunner. Alright. So we'll do away with that. So there we go. These are the additional perks in addition to the pickpocket that we took at rank 2 or at level 2. These are the rest of the perks that we're going to take. Cool. Ooh, game went and got loud. All right. So before we go running away,
this unit requires your assistance, Commander.
oh, Valerie, I thought you were upstairs. What the hell?
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the 2 housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander.
All right. Good call on his part.
Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander.
You have a key already. Why not unlock it yourself?
Agent Ibarra updated this unit's security protocols following an incident of minor exposure. This unit is currently forbidden from unlocking containers, safes, and bathrooms in use. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander.
I love this renegade response. Cysty pigs are good at disappearing bodies too. Just saying.
Cysty pigs, while omnivorous, are not typically raised on a diet of human remains. An alternate means of body disposal is recommended. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie.
You do look like you could use a little love.
Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit.
I meant is that you're a little bit more banged up.
This unit may suffer occasional wear and tear in the course of performing its operations.
Hey, Keith.
Routine maintenance is required.
I'll get to fixing the dispenser.
Acknowledged. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience.
All right. So let's open this lockbox because this is the one that's jamming. She was talking about. We have one decryption key. And we have the Auntie's acidic dematerializer. It's a silent gadget that deals corrosive damage to enemies at a short range. Enemies killed by the gadget disintegrate, removing the opportunity for enemies to find them. The gadget can be fired quickly or held, letting you get into the perfect position before firing. You can also use the gadget to disintegrate corpses. Okay.
Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%.
Cool. All right, let's make sure I got everything else down here. I don't need that. Yeah, we hopped and got that already. Keith, how's your day been? All right, nothing else back here. Got the yard fertilized and the trees fertilized for the winter. Nice. Oh, look at that. Commander's safe key. To do repair leaky pipe in Eric's room. Order Val to run self-diagnostic. Cook dinner. This bullet point has been violently crossed out. Store all intoxicants in the safe. Hide the safe key with Val. So do I need to go talk with Val again? Nothing there. Oh, well, welcome home. Little tip of the proverbial cowboy hat there. Okay, Val, do you have a key for me?
How are you feeling, Agent? Have you performed your advised rest and recuperation period following the conclusion of your last mission?
Apparently she's not going to give me the key right now. Okay. So let us make landfall. And we will go from there.
Ought to bring Val with us when we leave. She might not look it, but she can be fearsome in a fight.
Fearsome, huh? All right. Well, we are going this way. Okay. So you don't land from the navigational panel. Got it. You can have up to 2 companions who follow and assist you in your adventure. Each companion has a special companion ability that can be activated once charged. Each companion ability is unique and can taunt enemies, deal a quick burst of damage, or even heal you. Companions also level up with you and gain a perk point every 5 levels that you can spend in the ledger. Well, we'll take Niles. Did we select them or? Yes, I guess they're both selected. Yeah, okay. Welcome back, Denise. Paradise Island. Oh, it is currently 6:25. Okay. So I think before we go doing too much kind of wandering around, let's go like take care of the first part of the main quest and then see where we're going to spread out from there. What the hell is that thing?
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't a good sign. See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on sight.
And that's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up the Breeze Trail.
There we go. A triple barrel shotgun. Let's compare that. Oh, man. Look at the DPS value difference. Ooh, that's brutal. All right. We'll equip that for now. Yeah, we're not being very quiet, but that's all right. We're only level 2. C and V. Okay.
Let me know when you got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
All right, let's go.
Company. Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a 𝐂𝐡𝐚 Protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all.
Sure, I can identify myself. I'm right here.
Well, despite having serious questions about your intelligence level, I surmise you are most assuredly not a spy. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way.
Let's see.
As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
Didn't find anything like that, I'm afraid. Not much in the habit of plundering corpses. That night I didn't see his body.
Well, never too late to start. Plunder's plunder, Auntie always says. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them. There's a bounty for it.
All right.
Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. You get to Town Hall, you passed it. What? You been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course. Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane.
All right, cool.
Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the town hall. That'd be the one with the giant hologram on it. Can't miss it. Once again, welcome to Fairfield.
Thanks.
The official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Okay. Do I want to start going into places now? Or do we want to go talk to Milver Street?
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words. When my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to own this place.
You're very talkative.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
My last mission left a rift in space and cast me floating adrift in the void for a decade.
So you can understand my situation then.
Oh yeah,
I
totally.
had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield?
The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
I actually did a pretty convincing impression of a raptidon mating call, want to hear?
Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited Protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
What do I need to do?
Don't want to bargain none? Might suspicious, you ask me. Like maybe I ought to end this here conversation.
All right, fine. What do you propose? You're that skeptical of a free offer.
I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Well, okay then.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
You've been a bit light on details of what these schematics are for.
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure. All right then, don't let me keep you.
That'll be one of the first quests we do when we're done talking with everybody. What is this? Okay, so this is the bounty board. Welcome, Lawbringer. Look up local bounties. Wanted drone swarm. Protector to dispatch a swarm of anti-corporatist drones against Fairfield. The drone cannot be reasoned with or persuaded by superior marketing and must therefore be destroyed. The drones were last seen in the hills around the Ministry of Accuracy. A bounty of bits and positive reinforcement will be awarded to whoever brings them down. Okay. We have no outstanding bounty. Thank God for that. Oh. Alright, exit. Alright, picked up a new bounty. Let's see where that shows up in our quest log. Oh, here it is. Under tasks. Diabolical drones of doom. Acquire keys to unlock the lockbox. Oh, that's for Valerie. Okay. All right.
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over Town Hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my two old 𝐂𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐿. I loved those 𝐂𝐚𝐬𝐧𝐬𝐿. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No,
Auntie.
Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Are you making fun of me?
perish the thought. The first rule of diplomacy is never to slight a potential ally, if it can be avoided. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Oh, let's see what this does.
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together.
I have to get to a big tower, the Sox relay.
Do you mean the Vox relay? That's a big tower. You do? Well, listen carefully. If you help me with what I want, I can get you into the Vox. Or all the socks you need. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
That's a bit vague.
Please, hear me out. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
Go to this ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else? Oh, okay, hold on. What do you know about mental refreshment?
Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental reset designed to bring them closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase? Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
I'll be back. Okay, so we've got his quest now, right? Right here. So now we'll go talk. Don't know your Niles. Go talk to the other chick. See what she needs or has or.
Watch yourself, friend.
Ooh, hello. Private locker key. Figured we
Watch
took
out for
the.
that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
You there.
There you
Still
are.
got work if you're looking. Didn't catch a look at your uniform before. Oh, the reaching arm of the Earth Directorate, wagging its fingers and snagging our pocketbooks. Hope you won't be a problem. I'm Officer Babylon Carr. head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
Let's see. Headed to the communication tower in the north. Might blow it up if I feel like it.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Suppose there's no shame in hearing what you got planned. Oh, let's go with this one first. Asking about DeVries.
Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Try gormless cretins who can not so much as wipe their running noses without begging permission. Don't know if there's a DeVries here, not my department. Milver Street befriends the ex-subjects, keeps tabs on them. Ask him. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you?
Ex-lover.
So happens that I know the feeling from the receiving end. Bevy of ex-lovers who took my losing interest personal. Romance is a transaction, same as anything. If the deal's no good anymore, walk. And if someone tries to cheat you, make them regret it.
Exactly. All right, let's hear what you want from me.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war. Name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Yeah, he said the same thing about you.
Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me.
Wouldn't it be simpler to kill everyone?
Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people, and there'll no doubt be a replacement crew in a week's time. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary.
All right, what's the plan for infiltrating?
Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper.
All right.
Think all you like. Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks in you. I'm confident you got the spine for what must be done.
Okay. Mental refreshment or destroy some factory thing. Because we can only do one half. But let's take all of that and that and that. Thank you. That your son, daughter, child, blah, 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 was killed in action at blank on blank. I know this message brings you a lovely template. Okay, So we got keys to both of their lock boxes, wherever those might be. House, red trim, circle windows. Objective complete. Oh, okay. So I don't see her. I guess we have to pick one now. At least tell them which one we're working with. Let's. That doesn't tell me anything. Oh, there it was. Region. That's what I was looking for. Region. All right, so search for Jackson Plum. Destroy the drones. Okay, so those are two side quest stuff. Yep, so the actual like journal stuff hasn't hit yet. So this mentioned. Oh man. What do you guys think? Who should we help? Milver Street or Stained Glass Lady? Quick and dirty poll. There's not many of you watching, so. Which one sounds more interesting? What's the question? So they each have a quest for me, but you can only do one of the quests. So doing one locks you out of the other one. So do we go after dude here with the crazy top hat and do his quest line? Or do we go with the lady with the stained glass armor and go with her quest line? Yes, their main quest. So ultimately they get us to the same destination. It's just a matter of how we get there. Because I looted their war keys or whatever those were called, wherever these here. Yeah, the war chest keys. So I imagine the good stuff is in those anyway. So we can get both of their rewards essentially. I think it's 6 one, half a dozen of another. All right, so let's look around here. Make sure we open all the doors. That's just outside. What is this? Nothing. Nope, don't go that way. Climbed all the way up here and there's nothing up here. I mean, it gives us a chance to kind of look around a little bit. All right, let us we'll go with this guy.
Greetings again. You have my undivided attention. What's on your mind?
Ooh, let's do this one. Mentioned she wanted me to sabotage an auto mech repair center.
𝐂𝐻 wishes to use dubious military intelligence to justify a foolhardy assault, and she's treating you as her personal courier. It concerns me that she's asked you for assistance. Surely you're not considering aiding her.
Hard to say. You get a counter offer?
Anything you desire, so long as you agree to aid me instead.
Anything I desire. Yeah, okay. All right. We'll help him with his mental refreshment task.
An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye? Today's as grand as when I led in the performance department showing of Life of a Salesman. Find your way to the Ministry of Accuracy. And if Trooper 𝐂𝐿𝐴ng is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
Okay. So now if I open up the journal, I'm still... Oh, so it's listed as a side quest. Okay. So it's not a main quest. Let's see what she has to say.
Heard you're working for Milver Street. You can consider my offer formally rescinded. No reason to believe he wouldn't attempt to sabotage anything I attempted.
Yep. That's kind of what I kind of figured. Once we formally accepted one, the other one would lock us out. So when we find her chest, we're just going to open that shit. Okay. So... want to come over here because DeVries' house is over here. That must be this house with the round windows. High society cigarettes. Oh, hello. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Hey, Mage! Woohoo! Time to level up, baby. All right, let's check messages. All right, I'll leave this here for a couple more seconds in case any of you want to pause and read the rest of that. How can I say never burden me with what you've done? Never shared specifics with me. Blah, 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 blah. Begging you forget that void damn cereal and whatever it is you're planning. Please, please come with me before you do anything you cannot be undone. Okay. Mission logs. Day 25.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
All right.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
What I'm hearing is that math did this. I always knew math was evil. Let's keep our heads here.
No. No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in judging up the past. Should have known he wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
I didn't realize she had that much of a reputation.
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
The Order, the one that had the schism with the Protectorate, what exactly is the Order?
The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
I'll go with this one.
Done some good too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
What's kept you going all these years? Hope of revenge?
No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
No need to dress it up. I'll be happy to put a bullet in her, given the chance.
Right after we get answers. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
All right. Score. Nothing left in here. Report to your post in the information input and retrieval department at 0630 tomorrow. Every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole. Blah, 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 blah. Not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even ones as serious as your shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. My experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign's Pride vodka. Okay, nothing important there. Your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I'm not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment, thank the Sovereign. It is incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the Traitor's Order. I'm certain this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Jesus. I mean, if they had a mod to read all this to me, I'd let it read it to me, but I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to read it out loud during the live stream. Just walls of text. But if you need it, there it is. I'm going to click on everything because who knows what might help feed a journal entry or something like that.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
All right. We have 2 points. So let's take a look at what we want for perks next. Okay, Trophy Hunter seems like a good one to grab because it doesn't have any prerequisites or anything. So that might be an a good early one to grab. We can grab Sharpshooter or Point Blank Artist, as we have both of those skills. Crabble Rancher. No, we can't do. We'd have to do one other perk. So we can't do Crabble Rancher before level 6. This would be at least level 8 because it requires 2 more total perks purchased. Level 10. Level 12. Ooh. Level a lot. Oh, that's endgame anyway. That's Lucky Strikes. We could do restricted access. Level is that 4, 6, 8? Level 8. You could put 1 point in sneak and pick up assassin. Stalker is going to be level 8. Needs perk assassin and sneak of 5. Light step is level 10. No, 12. With a sneak of 10. Ooh. Alright, so let's take... All right. So we need to work toward engineering, guns. A lot of them require guns. We got all the ones for observation. Sneak. We got our 1 point in hack. So it seems like 5 points in engineering, 20 points in guns, because that's Lucky Strike requires 20 guns. Sneak is going to be at least level 8, level 10. Observation at least level 8. All right, let's do points and guns. Well, might as well pick up the 1 point in sneak just so we can get that started. There. All right. So, Denise, any word? Okay. Let's go see what's in this building. And then we'll come back and search the rest of the town. Hi, Ethel Tinsley and Copernicus. Raptidon onboarding specialist. No response? Okay. Been a crossroads. It's reasonable to be among a society for so long, yet feel so separate from it. As far as I might feel one with Auntie's choice, it's as if I'm donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you have? You sure are loud. Texted as soon as he got the base in San Antonio, asking me for money and cigarettes because the nurses were driving him mad. Then radio silence. The people who were giving us updates said not to call his cell phone till Tuesday, so I'll try calling tomorrow. No word of when his surgery was scheduled or anything. Okay.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Yeah, sounds like typical corporate management to me. Called the Brook Hospital in San Antonio earlier. Thought maybe they could patch me through to his room number. Just give me the room number so I could send flowers or something. It's a good idea.
If you two have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
With freedom of thought comes conflict and uncertainty.
Which I would not mind if the threat of annihilation weren't hanging over us so. I am accustomed to decisive and unanimous action. Not this. And yet, I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
Minister's in high spirits now that I've agreed to help him.
I see. Well, I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the Minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. How I would welcome it in this case.
That is very confusing. Denise.
Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable. Oh dear. I rather hoped that Copernicus rolled off the tongue a sight better than designation C0P3R. I suppose I'll ensure he responds to both in any case.
All right. Did we learn anything? I don't know that we did. Holy crap. Only buy Auntie's products. Yeah, that's nothing but an advertisement. Nope.
Juliana. Oh, my Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't think I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Taro excrement.
Hello, vending machine. Shock rod. I don't think there's anything that we want to... recipes? Oh. How many mag picks do I have? I have 2. I think we're going to want to buy recipes to craft shells, right, for our shotgun. How do I buy it? Oh, E. There we go. All right. I got something from that. Nothing to loot here. What in the Harry Potter is going on in here?
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. At least 3 lackeys, a full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome.
Other than some apples, I haven't found anything to pick up.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
Well, don't be rude.
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators.
Oh yeah, she's very pleasant.
Research mostly, some wholesale, and as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
Okay, we're out.
Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
There were a lot of options there I couldn't take. Valerie, what are you doing? All right. Well, at least we got some stuff to eat. All right, the mock apples. I mean, healing.
I begin laboring for Auntie. I so eagerly
Healing
want to
4%
contribute to the corporate whole.
legit.
Pull your thrusters, friend. A little gumption goes a long way in this town. Tell me this
I always keep a necklace in the kitchen. Oh, at this point, I may actually have a necklace in the kitchen. Play stupid games. Oh, God. All right, there's that one. Moving on to the next one. The next wall of text is here before you. And here's the last one. Oh, this one's not bad. Get our market back to work. All right. Deep fried cysty bits. Yeah, I'm not worried about stealing stuff and then selling it because I don't plan on selling anything. The food stuff I'll keep and use to heal myself, and the other stuff I'll just tear down for crafting components. Ooh, Milver Street's private locker key. Since we're doing his quest, I'm not gonna open his private locker. Right? We'll wait for his. All right. I don't see anything else to loot in here. Oh. All right, Denise. See you in a minute. Marketing stuff. Push decided in favor of battles and bloodshed. I hope the law is not the case. Main menu, messages. All right, there you go. And we're out.
You know, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong.
Oh. Why did... What the hell? I don't know why I pulled out my knife.
You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with?
Sounds like you're having problems.
See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
I'd rather keep all my bits, thanks. Anything I can do to help?
Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge of lifting mechanisms.
Oh, shit. Pff, I bet I could figure it out. Yeah, it requires science, requires engineering. Yeah, we don't have those.
Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try then.
Really? Can I? Huh. Really thought I'd get more pushback than that.
I was being sarcastic, you ninny. I wouldn't trust you near a macrowave, let alone a system capable of deploying incendiary devices. Go do something that's not being in my way. Look at a cloud. Touch some grass. Imagine that'll keep you safely occupied a while.
All right, baby. It's just me and you again. Now, how's about we...
So we need to find the Sky Mine Maintenance Manual.
What's wrong?
Let's go see if we can find that. That'd be fantastic, just to shut her up. Rude bitch.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to drink. Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger?
The name-pending saloon? You haven't named this place yet?
That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders?
Sure, what have we got so far?
At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here?
I like accessories. Let's go the Fair Shake.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan.
Check it right off. Suppose point 18 in your plan is picking a name and 19 is devising a better greeting.
Wait, have you already read it? Did you sneak in here whilst I was on break and peruse it in its entirety? Well, you must be some kind of intuitive business genius then. Hope you're not staying in town long. Don't need the competition. Anyhow.
Let's see information.
Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind?
Might as well start at the top.
Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. 2 traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption.
Who's in charge up at Vox Relay?
Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue. Tell you one thing you can't avoid. The bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it.
I had so many questions. Now I feel like I know everything.
My pleasure. Got anything for me in return?
Yeah, we'll go with this. I was frozen in space for the last 9 years after raiding a secret protectorate base. It's the truth.
Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur.
Nope, apparently not.
Pick your poison, and I am mostly not being literal there.
All right. I just wanted to open her up so that I think that she'll show up on the map as a vendor now. Yeah, Fairfield Saloon. Schemes of the secret smugglers. Investigate the greenhouse. Oh, what? Find the code. Enter the cellar. What? Yeah, vending machine. Oh. Well, I'll have to go take care of that bounty.
One of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labors. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Many thanks for the validation. I don't suppose you can spread the word of my competency. I desperately seek to avoid yet another demotion. This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition.
You can imagine this is a lot for our former protectorate subject to take in.
It surely is. I was a drone operator right here in Fairfield. Gave nigh on 50 years of zealous service at my terminal before Auntie showed us the wonders of consumerism. Never even heard the phrase job security up until a month ago, but it seems I lack it. Can barely keep up with all these gumptious sorts. Well, you're right. I wanted change. Whole reason I left the Protectorate in the first place. No sense complaining about the means now.
All right.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here?
My records show you have an outstanding fine for past offenses. Pay up or face Auntie's justice.
Ooh, 213 for a frickin' lighter? Ooh, I definitely gotta be more careful.
Everything seems to be in order. Carry on.
Okay.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked.
Well, that's a totally normal and not at all defensive response to a stranger's hello.
Sorry, I've had an accusation of laziness laid at my feet a time or two, and I'm not looking to score more. Not with the amount of eyes on me right now. I'm no loafer, mind you. Just happens I like to work in measurable gains, rather than busying myself for the sake of it.
What do you do around here when you're not on break?
I'm a technician. I've been getting pressure from folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's choice. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols. Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And there's the problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks and troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones.
You notice Baton locked in one of those cases, just so you know if I help I'm taking it.
What? Oh, yeah. Must have gotten jammed in there prior to the liberation. Truth be told, I'd forgotten about it. What with all the trouble this terminal's been giving me. If I can get these drones launched, you're welcome to help yourself to it. Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name
the
was.
janitor.
And a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity.
Alright. So let's go talk to the janitor again. Make sure I'm not missing anything back here. Looks like that may be another door there, but we'll check that out in a second.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind.
Our target audience here is people who want...
Trying to stay on top in the cutthroat world of facility sanitation is not a young person's game. No siree.
Do you know how to get around the security protocols on the drone terminal?
Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts.
Thanks.
Right away.
Quick and easy. Jesus.
Look at him go. Kara's gonna be pleased having them added to the arsenal. Drones launched and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke.
Yeah, enjoy the fruits of my hard labor. Well, okay, not so much hard labor as me running over to the saloon and back, but...
Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Kara, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again.
I'm in a good mood.
You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual peer review. And before you go, take these. I reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Nice. Got some bypass shunts. And the piezoelectric stun baton. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. So I think before I go any further, I'm going to take a quick break. I need to stand up, stretch my legs, have a quick bio break. I encourage you guys to do the same. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes. And I wish that fade out would be better, but the fade out in OBS, it's just not good. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good break. I had a good break. Got to stand up, stretch my legs. Felt good. My hip. Oh God. All right. Anyway, let us continue on.
A lot of fresh blood in the town pool. Protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
The door this tough? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
Let's see what we just picked up. So this gives it a 20% evasion chance and plus 50% combat. I guess they all kind of do a little bit. Zane's armor, which we're not even wearing that. $15,525. $15,525. While in tactical time dilation, attacking consumes 25% less gadget energy. Let's go with that. After using a companion's ability, gain 10% damage resistance for 30 seconds. This gives us an energy recharge rate. This gives us an improved crit chance and 40% plus critical damage. Wow. That's legit. Looks kind of goofy with that armor on though. Ah, screw it. So this has an advanced mag and a reflex sight. Guess we'll go with this for now. There we go. Nothing hurts like stupid does. That's funny. Half-wit smugglers who landed one of Auntie's transports at the damaged landing pod and unloaded what they were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the damn day. So now they're in the cell and I have an excessive amount of paperwork to do. There's nowhere near enough commission on my bringing them in to justify the number of hours this will take. God, they certainly do love writing walls of text in this game.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
Guns are treasure to a certain type of person.
I'd guess you're one such person.
Weapon is like any other tool. There's always a right one for the job.
And a wrong one, as we've learned in dealing with this malicious contraption of a door.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Do it. Do it right now.
Don't encourage him.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, that could plow through the door.
What else have you tried?
Blowtorch.
Hand crank.
Electric saw.
Oh, and there was that attempt with the automech. Wonder if they ever got it walking again. Oh, really? Why didn't you lead with that?
Welcome back, Denise.
I question how you came about such a unique skill set. But circumstances being what they are, have at it. Just know we're keeping an eye on you.
Oh. Lockpick 3. Shh. You're keeping an eye on me, are you? No. Who's detecting me? We're gonna have to come back over here.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Person giving us updates said he was in surgery until 4 p.m. He had pins put in his ankle and elbow, but he's all right and in recovery. Well, that's good. All right. So we'll have to come back over here to get in that door at some point.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain.
I must ask you to hold still.
This gizmo looks really complicated and probably expensive. Can't tell much from looking at it, but most of the vials are pretty empty of materials. That's not a very good response, Denise. I like this randomly mixed chemicals and hope for the best. Let's try that. It's our lucky trait. In a stroke of extraordinary luck, you managed to make an effective coagulant. Nice.
Excuse me, that chem set is not a toy.
Don't mean to sound unsociable, but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
This unit is not permitted to operate within corporate-owned medical facilities without said corporation's consent. Non-legally binding reassurances, however, may be offered.
Reassurances, you say? Like what?
Deploying reassurance. Do not worry. You will be fine.
I guess that's something. Look at me, drawing comfort from a drone after being attacked by one. Funny world, ain't it?
What happened?
I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a Protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, 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 pew, pew, pew. Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me.
Here. This should stop the bleeding.
Much obliged. Oh, that feels night and day better already. Protectorate forces won't know what hit them once I'm back in the field. Thanks again, friend.
Yeah, good luck. All right. We have one more building to check out. Okay.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
Let's go journal. Wes. Yep, set that one as active. Okay, and we're going that way.
Might I have a word, Commander?
What you got, Niles?
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course.
Sure.
Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Am I gonna need to hold an electrical standards and safety course?
Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first.
What happened?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting Protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my Directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Sounds like he put you in a tough spot.
Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission.
I expect you putting the mission first.
I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
You were trying to do the right thing.
Wouldn't have expected you to see it that way, given all your talk of trusting no one and looking out for myself. But maybe we've both done some growing since then. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent.
What are you hoping to get out of seeing him?
If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before.
All right.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
All right. Cool. Well, looks like we're not taking the elevator. stealth grass. Thick grass hides you from hostiles in the area, making them unable to see you from a distance. Use it to sneak by safely or get a drop on them. Nope, not going that way either. Oh, hello. All kinds of stuff to pick up here.
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
To every subject of the Protectorate who reads this, I encourage you to do the same. Auntie's Choice is always hiring. Remember, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving, but with Auntie's Choice, you'll be thriving. All right, since we're up here, might as well go to this place.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander?
I wanted to check out this field tinkering.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Oh, wow. It's legit just like a regular old workbench after that point. That's cool. So let's break down all junk. Boom. Cleared the hell out of this. Oh, it's for the armor. Okay. Got 3 mag picks. We're doing good there. Yep. All right. Nope. No tunnel.
Give the word in. I'll take care of him, Commander.
We established temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deem possible without risking detection. Directed small clusters of drones to harass the enemy at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garnered the ire of Anti's choice forces there. Mind that you handle them with great care, as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. And I'd love to get into there. God. I think we got everything covered though. Yep.
Engaging protocols.
No, Jackson, don't! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly! Jackson, you're too young to be a crater in the dirt!
Jackson be dead. It wasn't the fall that killed him. It was the sudden stop at the end. Nice.
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
What the hell's going on up there anyway?
Dying, actually. Dying in a fairly slow,
right,
agonizing manner. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
If she was scared of the height, why would she jump?
I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
If I were you, I'd be much more concerned with how you're climbing down.
There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping, and you've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Jesus.
So the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our 2 former cohorts.
So, take the boots, bounce up the spire, grab the gadget, bring it to you. And why should I go to the trouble of helping you?
What? It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, what
Welcome
have we
back.
talked about? A duties only.
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving. Right. Sorry, I'm just a little flummoxed by being stranded up here.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve.
All right. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for science, and mistakenly thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So he jumped the opposite way I told him. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before. But the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
And this is why everyone said, go do that one first. The quest at the spire, go do that quest first.
Thank the Sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life, utterly absent of starvation.
Some kind of blueprint for an extremely complicated handheld device. Okay. Hail. A pair of plasma thruster boot attachments that grant their user the ability to jump in mid-air. So it's a double jump. Thrusters fail to fire at too high a falling velocity. The plasmatic augmented leap enhancer. That's where they got pale from. All right. Fantastic invention that allows one to reach new heights that are automatically equipped and allow you to jump a second time while already in the air. After jumping or falling, jump again to activate the thrusters. The pale is ineffective while falling at critical velocities. Nice. What the hell is all this? Sweet berries. All right. Lots of loots. Okay, so we're supposed to hop up this thing. Nice. Maybe go from that roof up to there. Yeah, let's start over here. Whew. That's enough to make your butt pucker. That felt much better.
Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rotamulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures.
Yeah, whatever she said.
If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
Drive overloader.
That's it? It was that easy?
Yep. Make sure we loot everything before we go handing. Ooh, advanced decryption. Nice. All right, so that's where that goes. Make sure I'm not missing anything over here. Nope. All right, so let's talk to them.
That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards.
Oh, love it. I'll give Obsidian this. So far, the game, pretty well written. But they had that really ironed out in the first one, I think. I could have just used my brilliant trait. After enhancing the limiting circuits and tweaking the system's motivators, the harvester should be able to remain functional after using the drive. Oh, okay. We still needed the drive overloader. Oh, look at the blood coming out from the gears. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
Glad you're happy. And as a bonus, I also adjusted the system so it didn't burn out.
So the platform still works? That's amazing. Not that we'll be going up in it again. For that, you deserve a little extra on top of your urgently improvised extortive rate. Thank you again for all your help.
Score! So we can come check out this building. Do we want to come over here? I mean, there's some stuff down here, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Because we can always fast travel back. We've been in that building. Plus 30% magazine size. That might be a cool hat to have. Speaking of which. Why does data pad? Yeah, faithful subject of the Protectorate. Yeah. She committed suicide, that's for sure. The glove on the statue I could pick up, alright? Yes, there's a glove, but no, I can't do anything with it. That's a good catch, though. Jeez. I'll talk about being eagle-eyed there. All right.
This unit has finished compiling the comprehensive report on the commander you requested, Agent Ibarra.
Oh, thanks. But I didn't request a report.
This request is over 3,470 days old and was initially issued prior to the mission on Horizon Point.
Oh, shit. Delete that. It's most likely to have outdated information anyway.
Acknowledged. Purging the commander's favorite colors, foods, and activities report.
That's a cute little piece of banter there.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Whew. Wasn't expecting all that. Science Adventures Quarterly. Not anything we can pick up. Oh, I guess we did pick it up. No, it's still there on the bed. That's cool. So it's a little collectible. Can't do anything with the safe because I need lockpick 3. And, I mean, we're close to leveling up. But there's no fast travel point here. Let's set a waypoint there. Move that waypoint. Look at this guy. Wouldn't have noticed him. Oh, what is that? A Crabble Bullet Claw. I don't think I can make it down there. Oh God! Ooh.
Emergency protocol syringes live.
How in the hell did you guys get up there? Who am I stealing from? Oh.
Perhaps if I subjected it to a large amount of N-rays, then hit it with the hammer. Oh, hello there. Welcome to my little slice of paradise in paradise. I didn't hear you come in. I'm focused something fierce on my current project, you see. It is? Fascinating. Did you see any unusual behavior? Any changes in Crabble familial dynamics? Or the emergence of any new evolutionary traits?
Should I be looking for such things?
Oh, yes. Crabbles are fascinating. So much nuance and personality. You can tell how they're feeling just by listening to how they clack their shells.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks, friend. Now, back to my experiment.
Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time. Not responsible for temporary or permanent damage. damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial macrowave is right for you.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
All right, let's leave him to it. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get over here. We may have to go this other way.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Looking a few quarts low, Commander. Ready to waste them on your command. How are you still right over there?
Whew. After much consideration, we've concluded the risk of Crabble attack causing anti-choice for senior engineers outweighs the potential profits of continuing to operate the desalinization facility. Should the Crabble population be culled or our engineering management team find a way to operate the facility with just 2 junior engineers, operations will resume. If anyone requires the expertise of the previously assigned engineering team, They've been temporarily reassigned to the Eastern Forward Operating Base on a work as needed basis. Appears that someone was attempting to create explosive rounds to help cull the Crabble population, but ultimately abandoned the effort. A person with the right skill set could easily finish the job. Yeah. That's not me. Oh, this gun that I'm using, the rookie's reward, is now level 4 because it'll level up with you, but it'll only go one level above what your current level is. So it won't go to level 5 right now until I hit level 4. But its damage went up and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not the best gun in the world. When I find a better model, this one will definitely be going away. But might as well use it. I've got ammo for it, so. Woohoo! Leveled up. Perfect. All right, so we want lockpick to 3. Right, because that's where a bunch of our problems were running into stuff there. Lockpick at 3. And then let's come over here to perks. Oh, accept. So we can take Trophy Hunter, Point Blank, Sharpshooter, Restricted Access, and Assassin. Now, we don't have to take anything right now. We don't have to take this perk point. We don't have to use it. But looking at everything else, I mean, we're on our way to doing stuff, but so let's just focus on what we can take. Let's take a look at the restricted inventory. Let's just get this out of the way. Here we go. Apply. And let's put one more point into sneak, because we need 10 total for sneak. Yeah. I mean, we can take, let's see, assassin we can take now. A stalker needs 5. Light step needs 10. Oh, suppressionist needs 8. And we need a crap ton of guns perks. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Don't mind me. Just need a little drink of water. All right, so got the lockpick. Man. There we go. Ooh, a new flaw. Hold on. All right. So, easily distracted. This is a potential new flaw. Your skills are erratic to say the least, but a jack of all trades is often times better than a master of none, a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'll be harder to ever maximize any particular one. When leveling, you can only add skill points into your lowest non-zero skill or any skill you have no points in already. But you get a +1 skill point gain per level. So we would never hit gun 20. I mean, I do love the idea of getting a 3rd skill point every level. That would be cool. And the fact that we're getting this early on, that would, oh man. When leveling, you can only add skill points into your lowest non-zero skill or any skill you have no points in already. No. Because that would make me put way too many points into speech, which I don't need any points in speech. No. Reject. Crabble Rancher's safe key. Or we can just pick it. Let's just pick it. Ooh. Nice. Got us a gun. Damn. Man, this cough is gonna kick my ass. Oh, that's just the radio.
Oh, Lucy. What am I gonna do if something terrible happens to you? I don't suppose you know anything about crabble medicine, do you?
What's the problem?
So, it seems as though the issue ultimately boils down to 2 words. Purpleberry crunch.
The cereal?
Yeah. I brought a box from that fancy new shop in town, and Lucy... Oh, this is Lucy, by the way. Little Lucy became fully frantic when she smelled it, so
all right, you have a great night, buddy.
The box says they're packed with
I'm
healthy
almost done.
preservatives, so it's got to be good for you, right? But I guess I was wrong. Now she won't get up. And these crabbles, they mean the world to us. We raised them from hatchlings, and I'll be broken if Lucy dies because of me.
Okay, I'll help her, but you have to promise you'll never feed her breakfast cereal again.
I promise. I swear it on every precious egg we've got growing in our incubator. Any help you can offer is more than I've been able to do for her so far. And I'd be grateful for the try.
Lucy the Crabble lies on the underside of her shell. She makes a feeble attempt to move, but does not manage to get anywhere and settles for gurgling weakly instead. Even to an untrained eye, she is obviously very ill. We could use the dumb trait to feed her more Purpleberry Crunch. I guess we'll use the trauma kit. You aren't really an expert on crabbles or their digestive tracts, but you're willing to give it a try. 3 stomachs, really? Take a few key components out of the trauma kit that you'd normally use to help a human with similar symptoms. Incredibly, after a few seconds, Lucy starts to move around in bed. You hear what can only be a gurgle of relief.
She looks fine.
Lucy seems keen on sticking with you. Anytime you move away, Lucy makes sad crabble noises. Do you make Lucy a pet and send her to her ship? Yep, we'll accept her as a pet. Lucy clacks with joy and skitters off towards the ship. It seems like a long way for such a small crabble to go, but Lucy is nothing if not determined. Hopefully, no one left any Purpleberry Crunch out. Ship pets. Visit your ship and interact with the pet feeder to select any ship pet you've collected. They'll wander around the area and can be petted for mutual enjoyment. While you can acquire multiple ship pets, only one can be active at a time. Alright, we unlocked the pet.
I can hardly believe my lamps. Looks like she's feeling much better. And I think she's taken a liking to you. Good luck shaking her off you now. Once they're smitten, they try and stick to you like a canid. Now, I don't have too many bits to pay you with, but this'll unlock that old safe in the house. It wasn't mine to begin with, so you're welcome to anything in it.
I could have saved myself a mag key, but that's alright. Or mag pick. Alright. So we got that. Oh, and we have a fast travel spot too. Looks like we can come over here. But we will do that on Wednesday. Because it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate that as well. I'll be back with part 3 Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Central Time, just like tonight. And yeah, we're going to keep checking out everything that Paradise has to offer. And thanks again for hanging out. Thanks to those of you that were in the chat. for being in the chat. I appreciate that. Makes it feel a lot more live streamy when I have people to communicate with in chat. So, Denise, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Keep me up to date as to what's going on with Dalton. And let's see, Russ, Keith, anyone else I might have missed. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the best day in my life. See ya.